So here's a story about how my parents financially abused me out of my 4-year college degree. So hi, my name is Lindsay. If you don't know who I am, I make videos here on TikTok about chronic PTSD, healing from trauma through movement, through hiking, getting outside, dancing, etc. And the source of that trauma is my parents. Specifically, my narcissistic mother and brother. So, this is how they basically, this is how she really needs to check accountability for this. She fucked me out of my 4-year degree. So, I'm a child of divorce. My parents split when I was 13 for good reason, and I went to live with my father because I felt that my mother was unstable, and it was very visible to the courts. So I went to live with him and various family members for the next 4 years. I moved 6 times during that time period. And even though I had instability in my environment, my dad and the other people I had around me were pretty stable. So I was a little damaged there for a little bit. Anyways, I moved back in with my mom for senior year of high school because I have intentions to go to college here in Texas, and I wanted to do that cheaply and, have all my ducks in a row for the Texas testing. So I moved back in with her, and I'm not going to go into how that was, but it was not great. I lived with her for 4 years while I finished high school and worked my entire way through my associate's degree at a community college. I worked pretty much full-time while getting my arts degree, which, if you know anything about a fine arts degree, takes a ton of outside time to do those projects. As well as a studio time. So here's how she fucked me out of my bachelor's at my dream school. So I was coming up on my last couple semesters of my associate's degree, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to pursue the bachelor's or not, or just go into the workforce. I was very much a 21-year-old. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. 21, 20. So she said, well, you need to go to get the bachelor's. And I said, okay. She's like, you're basically worthless and I'll kick you out if you don't. I'm like, okay, that's fair. I kind of wanted to get the bachelor's anyway. So I get into my dream college. I only apply to one school, and it is a private institution with an art program that only accepts 10 to 20 students per year at the time. So being that of a transfer student to come into this program was really prestigious, and I had 50% scholarships through grants, scholarships, I had about 50% of my aid covered. I only had to take out a loan for half. So I get accepted and everything. We start the FAFSA somewhere around June, July. She kept dragging her feet. I had been accepted and gotten my paperwork done since May. So we start the FAFSA, and she will not provide the documents. The documents that will verify income, that I've qualified for, additional aid, stuff like that. She just won't provide the last remaining tax documents that are required for your FAFSA. She drags us out to the point where classes are starting, creating problems to distract from the fact that she won't finish my damn paperwork at school. A lot of narcissists do this. They'll create additional problems to distract from what they're trying to do. And her abuse was very covert. She knew what she was doing. So I was dating my future husband at the time, and we had been dating for almost 2 years, and I tell him, I was like, I don't think I can live here anymore. I cannot fumble this education with the money that I've already signed on the line for this chaos, because they had already made completing my 2-year degree extremely difficult. Anybody going through an abusive household like that, completing coursework and curriculum is going to be nearly impossible in that environment. So I told him, we have to get out of here. So he finds us a place with a roommate. It's the first week of school, and it's a Wednesday, and I tell my mom, we found a place, we're going to move out this weekend. And she says, you have 24 hours. 24 hours. Go to part 2.